Okay, look out, no one talk now. Let's give away some extra credit. So I look at that, if you can read my mind and think of what I'm thinking, I'll pay you. Just raise your hand. Like my first thought is what? Hand. It's my first thought. Okay, everybody knows? Go, Brian. Huh? Yeah, my first thought is exactly what Brian thought, which is, oh look, I find the derivative of 3 keyword terms that are adding, so I can just find the derivative of each one individually. I don't need to write anything down for that. How many knew that before you said it? 2 points, 3 for Brian. I'm going to use the quotient rule because to me it goes really fast. I take the bottom, that's x cubed. But when I multiply by the top, the derivative of the top will be 0. So the bottom times derivative of the top is 0. Just wave at me like this if you need me to show more detail, like you didn't really follow. So the quotient rule says take the bottom, multiplied by derivative of the top. But derivative of the top would be d1 over dx. So when that gets multiplied by the bottom, since this is equal to 0, the entire, that's all equal to 0. Good? Anybody? Just wave at me again if I'm not showing enough detail. Okay? So, minus, now I take the top, 1, oops, multiplied by ddx of the bottom. Okay, we want to get good at doing things without writing quite so much now. So just raise your hand if you know the derivative of the bottom. Just look at the bottom is x cubed. What's the derivative of the bottom? Okay, everybody knows? So what's the derivative of x cubed? We're taking the derivative of the bottom, so we're doing this. Who knows? Hand? Let's go, Stephen.
3x squared.
Raise your hand if you agree with Stephen. 2 points, 3 for Stephen. So 1 multiplied by 3x squared would just be 3x squared. So this is going rather nice. So I have 0 minus 3x squared, all divided by the bottom squared. You can go like this if you need more detail. Okay. Questions? So that's the first term. Now I can move on to the next. So I have this minus, oops. So this minus right here, minus. Take the bottom, that's x, times the derivative of the top. The top will be 0 again. Minus, let's put a parenthesis there with that subtract. The top times the derivative of the bottom. Raise your hand if you know the derivative of the bottom. You got x on the bottom, what's the derivative of the bottom? Show me hands, come on. What's the derivative of the bottom, Amanda? 1, because you'd have dx over dx. So that's just 1, all divided by the bottom squared. How many knew it? 2 points, 3 for a minute. Plus, this plus right there, the derivative of x squared, which is just 2x. Questions? Clean it up a little bit. So this is equal to x cubed squared is really x to the 6th. The top is factored. The bottom is also in factored form. Therefore, division is legal. Minus a minus is a plus. get negative 3 over x to the 4th plus 1 over x squared plus 2x. Question? Then we're supposed to plug a negative 1 in for x. So we get negative 3. Actually, the correct notation here would be this. We're now finding dy over dx for an x value of negative 1. So that's going to equal a second to catch up in your note. So negative 3 plus 1 minus 2 negative 4. Question. Cool.